Hi, my name is Ireri, and I'm the Chairperson of Habitat for Humanity Kenya. Habitat for Humanity Kenya is part of Habitat for Humanity International. That is a global non-governmental organization that has a mission that focuses on providing safe, affordable, and decent housing to low-income households. In Kenya, we've been present for 42 years, and over the years, we've been very instrumental in providing housing and the supporting infrastructure to many low-income households. Today, we've actually handed over 45 homes to families in both Laikipia and Machakos counties. Over the year, this last financial year, we've actually been involved in building and handing over 200 houses. Our ambitions as we go forward is over the next financial year is to be able to build and hand over 350 houses. Now, as we look at housing and our whole housing ecosystem, we also look at water, we look at sanitation, and other supporting infrastructure, taking into account that there is more beyond a home. We also look at the positive impact it has on families, on health, on education for the children, and just that sense of security so that families can also go ahead and focus on other aspects of their lives. So our focus beyond the vulnerable families that we've been engaging across the various counties that we work in is also around the impact on communities, the impact on employment, and especially amongst the youth, because as we go into the various communities, we also train the youth as local artisans so that they can also participate in the housing project and also create a livelihood beyond just what our Habitat is doing. As Habitat, we don't do this alone, and we acknowledge the challenge of affordable housing across the globe, across Kenya, involves many partners. And so together with our various partners, government, local governments, we work together to solve this housing problem. We are also very cognizant that the challenges around housing go beyond just building the house. There are areas around the cost of land, the areas around titling to ensure that those who get the homes actually have title to it and can in future use it as collateral for borrowing or other purposes. We're also cognizant that a lot of laws are not adequate to support the affordable housing process. And so we get involved also in terms of advocacy, trying to use our influence and reputation and together with other professional organizations to advocate for changes around the building code, around titling, and other aspects that go into housing. Also within the community and through, our technical experience, we've been able to put together like chamas, microfinance chamas, for women in the communities to enable them to save towards owning a home and also towards financial literacy and other financial needs that they may have. In addition to our community engagement and building homes, we've also been involved in disaster recovery initiatives. As you're aware, there are certain parts of our country that recently, especially like the Tana River area, that suffered from severe floods. And so we're also involved in putting together transitional homes that the families could move to. In some of the ASAL parts, the arid, semi-arid parts of the country, we've also been involved in feeding programs, especially for the children in those affected areas. We also have an in-house technical team that focuses very much on the various technicalities within the housing ecosystem. The cost of building materials, the type of building materials, the climate effectiveness of the building materials. So we're constantly innovating, we're constantly investigating, both locally and from a global perspective, aspects that we can bring into our housing ecosystem to make the houses that we provide and support more affordable, more secure, and more safe for the families. I'm also very proud to mention that Kenya has been chosen as one of 2 countries around the globe to be what we call a demonstration country. Based on our experience, based on the impact we've had in the Kenyan market, the International Office has set up a capacity fund that will actually help us build our capacity to be able to do even more work. This is a program that will run for about 3 years, and at the end of that 3 years, we'll be able now to tell what else can we do to really improve our impact and influence in this market. Beyond our current successes over the last 42 years, we have now set some ambitious targets, and especially now that Kenya has been chosen as a demonstration country across Africa, to build at least 350 houses over the next financial year. And also, we received funding to invest in capacity building, especially amongst our staff and amongst our technical capabilities to improve the mission around housing. So as an organization, apart from the donors, both local and international, we're also appealing to our fellow Kenyans, for those who are able to come out in whatever way they can, whether it is monetary, resources, intellect, to really help us support this housing mission, because as we all know, housing is a basic right. Housing is a constitutional right. And so we appeal for your support. I think in closing, I really want to thank our donors, our partners, for their support that they give and continue to give as we continue with our mission to improve the livelihoods of low-income families, vulnerable families in Kenya. Thank you.